Mad Men was the best show I have seen in a long time. I binge watched that show, that Son of Gun show, for at least a month of my life, and I miss it terribly. It taught me so much about how to not take anything for granted because a lot of time and effort goes into everything we see. Commercials, advertisement, media based businesses are one of them. Let's set aside the smoking, the infidelity, and all the drinking, but Donald Draper is the man, to say the least. Um, I'm really inspired by the businessman that is Donald Draper, and it inspires me to be a little more accountability with this project. He taught me in the show as well that something that's really meaningful doesn't get wedged between a 9 to 5 work schedule. In a business or in a ministry or a project that means more to you, it isn't restricted to a time box. You come in the morning, you take care of yourself with a good cup of coffee, you nap throughout the day, you do what you need to do, take care of your family, take care of your other side hustles, whatever. But you put as much time and effort into that creativity and that project as much as possible. He taught me through Mad Men that you are more than welcome to have an expertise. You are welcome to become a master of knowledge from something and work your way up to the top. For me, I have been building this brand all by myself for this point at this point, and for this season. And I have had people ask me all the time, why don't you outsource? Well, I'm not ready to outsource yet, but I know there's people out there that can. I want to build my full brand by myself for the first year. That's my goal because I want to know the ins and outs. I want to know what it takes to record, produce, edit, update, market, all that. I want to know it all. Is it going to run me into the ground? Probably. But I want to know because I want to know what works best for the brands and what works best for me and what exactly do I need help with? Because if it's these certain things, then I can still hold on to some of the things that actually make me feel happy. Or I consider myself this a strength, so I don't want to give it as a weakness, or I don't want to turn it into a weakness because I'm not using it as effectively or as often. Mad Men taught me the value of making this podcast into a business and to a ministry that actually provides value for people. And it helped me realize that, I am simply providing an art to you. I'm providing my blood, sweat, tears, efforts, heart with you in mind. You, my client, my listener, the one who is going to have inspiration to take away from this project. I love Peggy. Who doesn't love Peggy and Mad Men? She really set the stage for women to think about the fact that, hey, we've got this. We can totally grow ourselves in the way that we prefer. And, it just was an incredible representation of what I see for myself in the future. I dream of having Salt and Light Media being something that is in an office. I dream of it having my own team, a team that has me. It has someone to do the Instagram because that's my least favorite. Someone to do the business side, someone to do the finance side, someone to do the marketing side, someone to do the numbers, someone to take our graphics and create them amazing, someone to engineer and architect this project from the inside out, someone to open up an avenue for nonprofits to utilize this, to offer a life coaching lane. That's what I envision. Just different areas that I've always seen this brand unfolding that I'm like, what do I do? Like, I can't do this all. If I do, I'm going to run myself to the ground. I see myself building this into an enterprise that I can one day pass on to my kids. I know it doesn't make sense when you think of a ministry like that, but I do. I foresee so many dreams about Salt and Light. It's just helping me dream a little more. And Madman gave me the okay to dream and to seek it. Donald Draper worked his way to the top, fell back and forth, had a series of transactions regarding his business to where he lost his business, gained his business, lost his business, gained his business. And then at the end, he severed ties with that same industry and did what he felt was right for him. He got himself back on track in those final scenes. And I want to be able to do the same thing. I want to be able to grow something, give it my all, fail a little bit, succeed a little bit, but fail again, succeed more. And at the end of the day, know that I have given it my all. And if it does not pan out, to be okay with it at the end of the day. Mad Men is an incredible show. If you have yet to watch it, I would certainly encourage you to do so. It's one of the shows that I felt like I could actually watch around my kids to a point. That's how great I thought it was. Judge me if you will, but there are so many more poor choices that we could watch in front of our kids. And 100% did I make sure that they were out of the room when something was happening. I would fast forward or whatever it would be. But I'm say this to say that it's a great show. And if you haven't watched it, you should. I would love for you to explore it. And I will say I told you so in advance, and you're welcome, because it's going to change your life. It inspired me to do business a little bit differently here. We'll see you tomorrow.